We stay in Glasgow now for our next loft visit. This is the fantastic national racing loft of George Rankin and Son. Good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon, Keith, and welcome to Blantyre. A nice sunny day.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
It's not always sunny up here in Scotland.
No.
Month of February, a year ago past, we're -20 here for 4 days in a row.
I'm a lucky man then.
Yeah, indeed, very much so.
How long have you been in sport, George?
I've been in the sport since 1953.
Yeah.
1953. I started in 1953 on my father's farm at between Newtownards and Donaghadee, County Down. And I joined Donaghadee Club in 1953, and I raced 13 young birds. And my father wouldn't buy me a clock. He said he'd rather buy a calf as buy a clock. So I had to ride the push bike 2 miles 600 yards, 1953, 1954 and 55 to time in. Yeah. I got 6.5 minutes running time. 1953 at 13 youngs I lost 2. In 1954 with 11 years I won the Old Bird Average, and I won the longest race in the club that year from Penzance. It was 14 hours and 10 minutes in the wing of a black cock, and he had fed 7 young birds that year.
Cool, that's brilliant.
And in 1955 I won the Miller Gold Cup. That was for the Irish Convoy and Amalgamation. That was from all the south of Ireland and all Belfast and all County Down. Irish Convoy and Amalgamation comprised of all the South Ireland clubs, County Down Federation and the Ulster Federation. They were liberated at Landerneau at 7 o'clock in the morning, 428 miles in the north of France, and the time down at 9:10 at night. There was no more pigeons time to 10 o'clock the next morning. The only bird in the day, and his velocity was 9:13 for 428 miles. And at the present time, whenever I won the Miller Gold Cup, it's a solid Gold Cup, the Miller Gold Cup, and at the present time it's valued at £32,000, and it's kept in the bank. There's nobody takes it home with them this last 2 or 3 years. They get presented with it on a Friday night or a Saturday night when the presentation is, get a photograph taken, and the cup goes back to the bank on the Monday. This year they brought the cup out of the bank on the Friday, and it went back into the bank on the Monday, and cost £140 insurance while they had it out.
Jesus.
I got married in 1966. 1969 I was first East Down Combine 11th Open Irish National Flying Club from Nantes, and there's only 99 birds in race time. And the year before that, 1968, I was 7th Open Young Bird National First Combine, and I flew in Donaghadee Club, I flew in Bangor over the years, flew in Cumber Social, and different championship clubs, East Belfast 2 Bird Club, Scrabbat 2 Bird Club, and I've won in them all. I've always been I think I'm a pigeon fanatic.
Yeah, I know, George.
Really?
What have you won in Scotland?
I moved to Scotland in 1972 with my wife Marcy and my 2 sons, Richard and Gareth, and my daughter Sharon. And I've raced in Cambuslang Club, and Cambuslang was the club I joined first. Then I raced for a wee while in Blantyre, Livingston Club in Blantyre, and then I rejoined Cambuslang again about 5-6 years ago. And I've been a member of the Lanarkshire Social Circle since 1974, and I'm vice president of the Lanarkshire Social Circle for the past 11 years. I quite enjoy the role of 60 lofts in the Lanarkshire Social Circle, and it's all based on long distance racing.
Yeah.
And
it's what you like best, long distance.
Well, where we're standing here today, Sertilly's 499 miles, so many yards, Rennes is 540, Nantes is 1,091 yards, and Neart, N-I-O-R-T to spell it, Neart's 673 miles. And have one thing I'm quite proud of is the Scottish National Flying Club flew in Neart in 1989, 1991, 95 and 96, and I'm the only loft in the Scottish National Flying Club that has never been out of the first 25 open positions in those 5 races from 673 miles, and I'm quite proud of that, all with the one family of pigeons.
That's brilliant. So what positions have you actually won? You won the Gold Cup.
Well, this year I won the Gold Cup in the Lanarkshire Social Circle. That's for the 4 Scottish National Flying Club races from France and the Federation race from Sertilly. And that's including the Gold Cup, but you can only nominate 4 pigeons. You can send 20, but you can only nominate 4. And you must time in every race to win it. You can't just miss a race, if everybody misses a race, and the best is left, but you must time in the Gold Cup race, you must time a pigeon to win the Gold Cup. I won the Gold Cup in 1995 too, and I won the Gold Cup in 1989, and in 1991 I was beat for winning the Gold Cup by my good friend Hugh Brown, daughter Stonehouse. They beat me by a decimal point after 2,470 miles.
Yeah, brilliant. How many times have you actually won a section in the Scottish National?
I won a section in the Scottish National 3 times. I won it in Neart in 1990. I was first West Section, 4th Open, and I won the West Section in Neart this year with the son of that cock. I won the West Section in 1990 with Westbound. I won the West Section this year in 1996 with Westbound Junior from Neart, same race point. And then the following week after that, I won first West Section, 13th Open, with my blue hen, christened her Double Delight. Well, what I called her Double Delight was, it was just the follow-up from the week before, from winning the section the week before.
This nice blue cock, what's this one, George?
This blue cock is a 1991 pigeon. His name's Westbound Junior. He's the son of Westbound. And this cock here, Westbound Junior, this year was first West Section, 24th Open, 24th or 25th Open Neart this year. And last year he was 7th West Section, 36th Open from Neart, 673 miles. And he has been a very consistent pigeon right through. He won Cheltenham 2 years ago in the club by 24 minutes.
What systems he raced on, George?
He's raced, all my pigeons are racing in the natural system. Every pigeon about me is racing in the natural system.
What's his favourite nest condition?
He was away this year sitting about 14 days sitting.
What system do you race your pigeons on in, George?
I race my pigeons at all times in the natural system. I like racing in the natural system. I think it's very interesting. Hens chipping eggs, one thing and another. I usually pair up by the 8th of March, every 8th to 10th of March. Sometimes I might pair up an odd time the last week in February, but usually the 8th to 10th of March to fit in with the national races. Our first national races is 16th of June every year for Sir Tilly, and then 2 weeks after that you have Wrens the last Friday in June, and then the first week in July you have the Neart race or Nance and the Federation Sir Tilly race the same weekend, and then the week after that again you have the Scottish National Flying Club other Sir Tilly race.
Yeah, what do you feed your birds on?
I feed my birds in good, clean, sound corn at all times. I feed mainly, for rearing I use a high percentage protein, and once I get to Worcester, 260 miles from Mott out to France, I usually use a Widowhood mix and buy peas and mix the peas in to suit myself. I like pigeons to go to the race nice and buoyant in the hand.
Yeah.
And my challenge pigeons, I don't start them off to the third old bird race. So the third old bird race, you're into the second and third week in May. And that's usually from Lancaster, so they go to Lancaster 130.
How about training? Where'd you train them from?
Well, I used to train from Beatty Summit, which gave you an hour's flight here, but you can't train that distance now because there's so many hawks that they just kill the pigeons. So the farthest we can go due south is 15 miles to Colburn, and after that there's no guarantee your pigeons will come back. They'll probably get hawked or all bust up. So last year in 1996, Gareth took the pigeons to the ski slopes at Edinburgh from the 14th of June to the end of the first week in July, and let them off at the ski slopes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Another beautiful blue here, George.
She's a very good blue hen. She's a 1994 pigeon, and she flew Banbury Young Bird National. In 1985, she was a very high prominent position in the Lancashire Fed race from Fareham, and she won the William Young Cup in the Social Circuit for the first nominated pigeon. And last year in 1996, she scored again in the Federation from Salisbury, 350 miles, and then a month later, the last race in the SNFC calendar, she was first West Section, 13th Open, and the Sir Tilly 2 in the Scottish National, 500 miles. Her velocity was 12:14.
What's her favourite nest condition in, George?
She was away in the Fareham race the year, it was a yearling, and in the Salisbury race she was away on a wee young one just hatched out, and this year at the Sir Tilly 2 race she was sitting 14 days. But she is very keen normally on a small young one.
This is the scene inside George's old bird racing section, and this is a few of his natural hens. These are George's old bird natural lofts. This 16-foot loft has 2 sections and the pigeons are trapped through the Sputnik traps. The small loft also contains a few pairs of natural racers. How many babies you breed each season in George?
Oh, it'll be about 70 all told, around about 70.
Yeah.
About 17 goes to charity sales every year, 16, 17. They've been going to charity sales and club sales for about 13 years now.
How far do you race them?
And, well, the Lancashire Feather Racing Programme is not a very long one. They've only 6 races and we don't start to the first week in August and it finishes the first week in September, the week before the Young Bird National. So we've only 6 races out to Charnock Richard, 160 mile.
Yeah. How about training?
And then the Young Bird National is the following week. So a race most of my youngs, if their head's not bare and they've good tails, out at the 160 and send about 10, maybe 8, 10 to the Young Bird National. Train young birds. I never started training young birds the week before the first young bird race. And why that is I'm too busy concentrating in the Scottish National Flying Club Old Bird races, so I don't have time to train my young ones. My young birds goes out in the morning and they go away, tour the country for an hour and come back and go in, and then they go out at night time and they get flagged at night time along with my national pigeons. My national pigeons flies with them at night time. We flag our national pigeons at night time for about an hour along with the young birds, and then they'll on and come in. So the young birds doesn't get trained about a week before the first race.
This is George's very smart young bird loft. It consists of 2 sections and once again the birds are trapped through Sputnik traps. This nice pigeon, George?
Yes, she's a 1993 blue-pied hen. She's a direct daughter of my old grizzle hen, and her sire is a red check cock I have from Jim Hanna of Blantyre, and the red check cock is proven to be one of my best stock pigeons. There's many pigeons coming down off him running well, and this hen here in 1994 is a yearling. She was 2nd Club Lancaster 130, she was 3rd Club Ferrum 363 miles, and she was 4th Club Sir Tilly 500 miles, and she was the ace pigeon in Cambuslang Racing Pigeon Club for season 1994, and in 1995 I set her up for the Wrens race, and she won she was 11th West Section, 48th Open, and won over £1,000, and she won a section prize 1996.
They're 3 fantastic trophies, George. What are they?
Oh, indeed they are. I'm very proud to win them. The one on my left hand here is the combine average West Section of the Scottish National Flying Club, and I won it in 1991, 95 and 96. This cup here is the Gold Cup in the Lancashire Social Circle, and I won it in 1989, 95 and 96, and I was runner-up for it in 1991, beaten by a decimal point. It's a 4-bird nomination for 5 channel races, 4 Scottish national races, and the Federation Sir Tilly race.
Looks very valuable, that one.
It is indeed. It's worth a lot of money. It's been on the go since 1936. And the big cup here, on my right hand side here, that's the Combine Average Cup in the Lancashire Social Circle. That's for all Federation races and all races in the Lancashire Social Circle and all Scottish National Flying Club races. I think the total mileage of that cup, the big cup, would be about 4,500 to 5,000 miles altogether, 5,500 miles altogether. It's a very hard cup to win.
Yeah, what families of pigeons you racing, George?
The family of pigeons I have now at the present time, I've blended them all myself, is Willie Wilson's late Willie Wilson in Larkhall, Andrew Hamilton in Netherburn, Andrew Deans of Bothwell, and Jim Hanna of Blantyre, and of them all moulded into a family of pigeons that can fly 15 hours without any problem, right out to 673 mile. I've tried different other families and they all just go down. My system of pigeons is when they're 2-year-old, that's their destination, France, no matter who they come from. And I've had many good pigeons from very good sources, and they don't fit into my system and they don't come back, so it doesn't bother me. I don't alter my system to suit other people's pigeons, unless their pigeons works into my system.
You don't want it.
They're gone.
Yeah. How many stock birds do you keep, George?
I have 3 stock cocks and about 7 stock hens. I have 7 stock hens. I have about 5, 6 daughters, a red rocket, my golden ward cock, and I've 2 or 3 other good hens off some of my other good challenge pigeons as stock. If you have good hens as stock, you'll always be there or thereabouts.
All right, Georgie, thanks very much for allowing me to come and see your pigeons today. They're a credit to you.
Thanks very much, Keith, for coming to see me. It's the first time I've met you, and I've enjoyed your company, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Scotland.
Thank you very much, mate.
Down at Loch Ness too. Hope you have a good day down there. Maybe see the Loch Ness monster. Right, 1995.
The fantastic George Rankin.
He was
A real character.